making an update video of my Toyota Celica, 1 year of ownership. I'm going to talk about the mods and the differences that it started with to what it is now. Alright you guys, one of the first mods I did to this car was wheels and tires. Unfortunately, I didn't even get to use the wheels and tires for about 6 months after I bought them, just because my engine ended up blowing up. Another thing is, when you ride with these kind of tires or rims, I decided to lighten up the vehicle because I'm still on stock suspension. With these tires, these wheels, it is a rough ride. It is not pleasant going over potholes. It is downright scary because, I don't want to break my car, and I paid a lot of money for these wheels and tires. So yeah, I decided to cut mostly the entire rear side of this, or the back end. Took out the wheel, spare wheel, seats, almost everything in the back of this car. So only the front of this car is stock. The backside is almost completely gutted, and I did that just to ease the blow on my wheels, because a heavy car or a heavier car would have problems probably driving this type of setup every day, because it is not pleasant. I go over any type of bump. It's scary, as in a sense my bank account is gonna take a hit. So little things that I did also was just lights. There's a yellow side marker. I bought some black side markers. I also got blacked out tail lights. So I changed up the lighting a little bit just to make it look more up to date in today's standards of how cars should look. I've also gone with the carbon fiber hood. This is a TRD carbon fiber hood. Now, I have never seen any kind of information about this, but since it is like a bigger hood scoop, or I guess the positioning, how it is positioned, it's not the same as the original hood, so it's like a little bit bigger, I guess. I would assume, because one day I was driving in the rain and my car started to misfire, but I didn't realize it too much because how much gas I was applying. So if you apply enough gas, you wouldn't notice this, but some water was actually getting into the engine from the hood scoop, and I didn't know what was going on until it stopped raining and I took a look at the engine, and I seen one of the spark plugs was loose. So yeah, I ended up sucking the water out of the spark plug housing before taking out the spark plug. I used some kind of suction tubing from AutoZone to take the water out, and then I removed the spark plug and I turned the car on to shoot out the rest of the water. So I don't think it's the hood's problem. I think it's just, I need to have proper maintenance when dealing with old cars. It's just a lot of vibrating, and your car doesn't have warranty. It's just when your car is this old, you really gotta start wrenching on your car and make sure, double checking, because you can't just take this to a Toyota shop or to a dealership and expect everything's gonna be okay for cheap money. There's no warranty. It's just, so they're gonna charge you a good amount of money just to look at your car, and it's just really not worth it. So yeah, I bought the tools and everything. I changed out the spark plugs, took out the water, and back to perfect. I loved it. The car is working amazing, so don't get discouraged about bigger hood scoop. Yeah, so the hood scoop is actually for headers. So the older Civics, they don't have hood scoops, you know, like a 2000 Civic doesn't have a hood scoop, is because the way the engine is mounted. So in the Civics, the headers are at the front of the car and they go towards the back, but in a Celica, the headers are at the back. So that's why we need a hood scoop. All Celicas need a hood scoop. And I advise anyone, if you could go bigger hood scoop, go for it. It's actually really good, cools down the headers a lot. Another thing about this carbon fiber hood, when installing, if you're having some fitment issues, I did take off my fender, but I actually had some Duraflex fenders that I wanted to throw on, but I had to drill holes, and the fitment wasn't the way I liked it. You know, it was a little bit off, not bad, but it's just a little bit off. You know, it would have been some panel gaps, and I didn't want to go through drilling holes and measuring and all that. If I could find a carbon fiber fender, I would gladly throw it on. So yeah, I removed this side of the fender. I removed the whole thing just to see if I could throw on the other fender, but I didn't really like it. You know, I had some fender scoops, so I just didn't even throw it on. I still have them though. But if I can find some carbon fiber fenders, that would be great. If anybody's selling them, I wish there was some people making it out there, but there's actually nobody making carbon fiber fenders. So yeah, with this carbon fiber hood, you know, make sure your fitment's probably going to be a little bit off, so you're probably going to want to clean out the fender, take it off and clean it out where all the bolts are located at, and put it back on, because you know it will not fit properly. I mean, with all the vibration, you know, this car being 20 years old, you know, things come loose. You know, you're gonna have to tighten things up. So I did tighten this up, and the fitment is awesome. You know, without tightening up, without removing the fender, you know, it might still be a little bit off. You know, I still need to remove this side. There's just a little bit, and I know that it's just not tightened up. I didn't remove this side because, you know, I didn't like that side, so I didn't have to remove this side. But, you know, I could remove this fender just to get a tighter fitment, but it's not really bothering me at this moment. So yeah, if you guys get a carbon fiber hood, you might have to remove some fenders so you get a tighter fitment. One thing about this car is the front wheel drive handling is so good. I've been in a lot of cars, and it's kind of so crazy how this car can handle that good, and it's just front wheel drive. I'm used to rear wheel drive cars, believe it or not. I love Mustangs, but man, when you got these kind of tires on this setup and you throw it into a corner, it's just a good feeling how well this car can handle. Even though it's not rear wheel drive, it will still kick the back out. A nice little power slide. But, you know, I don't do that too often. You know, I just sometimes I like to test out the handling of this vehicle. And if you guys want to go 18-inch rims, I definitely recommend it. You know, just be careful. If you guys have a better suspension, that's even better. You probably don't have to gut the car. But I'm still on stock suspension, and it's a stiff ride. I do want to lower it eventually, little by little. I'll keep working on my car. So yeah, this is a newer Swap 2ZZ. So I garbage the original engine. I mean, I basically bought a shell, and it's so hard to find these cars in good conditions because the car is so old. So any Celica you find in the States, I mean, good luck to you. I believe all of them are probably gonna be due for engine swap. So yeah, but one thing I really like about this engine, I have never felt fourth gear in lift. I am way too scared to go that fast. I have hit lift in third gear, but in third gear and lift, I mean, I wasn't even in it all the way. I was like at 115, and I was only in third gear for lift. So, you know, it's just a 4-gear car, and to go in fourth gear and lift, oh my God, I can't even imagine how fast that is. But man, for this car to handle this good, you know, I went at 115, third gear, in lift. It was like partial lift. I don't even know how high the RPM was, but third gear and lift, and I couldn't go no more because I got too scared. I was actually going too fast. It's not that the car can't handle that type of speed, but you know, I'm on public roads, and you really gotta have room to push this car. I mean, it will go. It will hit high top speeds. I don't know how fast it is because I am too scared to push it because of the law. I don't want to break the law. Don't break the law. Don't drive fast on public roads. But yeah, you know, maybe eventually I can get some footage of the speedometer, but you know, it's just on public roads, it's just not cool. Especially living in Virginia, you know, 20 and over, you know, it's a reckless, you know, it's not even speeding, it's reckless. So that's how the rules are in Virginia. So I mean, but third gear and lift, and this car still has more to give. It's just wow, it's crazy. I mean, it's amazing. I love it. You know, I plan to keep building on this platform for another 5 or 10 years. I will never give up this car. I will probably buy a second car before I give this one up. Yeah, I really love this car, and I hope to continue to build upon it, you know, as long as I do keep my job and, you know, all is well. Hope to continue to build on this platform. I want the most for this car. Yeah, so hopefully, you know, I could get some more footage, more progress done over the time being. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. I will keep you posted, keep you guys up to date. You know, it's still pretty stock, but can't really be stock up, you know, when you swap the engine. But yeah, that's it for today, you guys. Hope you guys like the video. You know, I do my videos at night just because it's just, you know, I don't want people to see me talking to the camera. It's just kind of weird. You know, you're just like, oh, look at this guy. He's a cocky dude. He's looking at recording his car, and that car is a piece of shit. I don't even know why he's recording it. So I don't want people looking at me, you know, like thinking like that. You know, so nighttime is a pretty good time to post. You know, not to have people looking at me or hearing me talk and be like coming over, and I don't know what they're gonna be thinking. But yeah. But thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you guys again.